Hey, it's me, Clastar, and this is my favorite camping spot on every Call of Duty Zombies map. So a while back, I did my favorite training spot on every Zombies map, and for the most part, it seemed like you guys really enjoyed it. So today I'm doing this with the camping spots, and I hate to be this guy, but I'm gonna go for a like goal of 235 likes, because I got 234 on my last training spot video. And I also gotta get at least 5 dislikes as well, because I got 4 last time. I just want to top myself. And as I go through this video, in the comment section below, please comment some spots that I didn't mention that you think are better than the one I chose, or some of your favorites that I didn't mention. So with that, let's get into this! So the first map I'm going to mention is Kino Der Toten, and this has no choice but to be this spot near the grenades. I mean, there's just nothing else on this map that compares to this spot. Now the next map is Verrucht, and basically on this map, anywhere where you have a closed door behind you is a camping spot, except for a few exceptions. If you're an expert or speedrunner, or you have a lot of friends, if you keep this door closed over here and you got this trap right here, this is a great camping spot. But if you're on solo and you're not that good like me, this spot in the kitchen is definitely my favorite, and I'd recommend you camp here if you want to go to maybe like round 16 or something. Shinonuma, this one was kind of hard to figure out because this isn't really a camping kind of map, but the one I found to be my favorite is this one right here where the box initially spawns. There's this door that leads up to spawn, but then there's also this door that leads us to the comm room. Keep both of those doors closed, use bouncing betties back here, and this is honestly a decent camping spot, but still not that great. Darius, this one also has no choice but to be the catwalk. I mean, there's no choice. Probably the most iconic camping spot in the game. You got a really long runway to be able to shoot the zombies, and you can escape if you're quick enough, and you can see where all the zombies are coming from. Kino Der Toten, this is the first camping spot that I don't think is that great, and this is honestly a decent camping spot, but still not that great. But there's just nowhere to camp on this map, so I just got outside here in this area if you keep this door behind you closed, which almost all these spots are gonna be keeping a door behind you closed. You got a barrier to your right and all the rest of the zombies are coming from the left, but for some reason, so many zombies spawn from this barrier at a time that it's ridiculous. You gotta have a group of friends with you to be able to control all this. 5, so there's 2 elevators that can be used for camping, but the one I prefer is the one down here, the bigger one. And the reason for that is because the smaller one, the zombies just come from too many directions. Left and right, that's only 2 directions, but still, it's just so hard to be able to kill all the zombies when they're coming from such sharp angles. Where with the bigger one, yes, you have the barrier inside of there and it's annoying, but they only come from one general direction, which makes it much easier. Ascension, when you first think of Ascension, you never ever think about camping, because there's so many good training spots on this map. But one camping spot that I found to be a really good camping spot has to be this one spot right near Jug. One door out of spawn, but you cannot open that door from spawn, or else this camping spot does not work. Because all you have is zombies coming down the stairs over here, and one barrier behind you. And you have so much space in here to move around if you get overrun. And it's almost like a training spot. Call of the Dead, camping isn't even an option on this map. There is one spot at the lighthouse where you have the zipline right above you and you can jump if you get overrun, but the problem with that is that the zombies come from too many directions. So the one that I find to be my favorite is the one in here, one door away from Jug. But don't worry, you can still get to Jug from another way, so you're not cutting yourself off from Jug. But of course, like any camping spot on this map, there's a problem, and that problem is George. Because if he gets in your camping spot, you're done. But I'd say the best option for camping on this map anywhere is to have maybe 4 or 3 people, have one person with George training somewhere else, and the rest of the people in the camping spot. Shangri-La, geez, it seems like Black Ops 1 just has nowhere to camp on any of their maps. There is one spot by the waterfall which I think is okay, but again, just like so many of these spots I don't like as my favorite, too many zombies come from too many directions. So the one I prefer is the one in here where you keep the door behind you again. And with the baby maker, this is actually a spot that I see a lot of people do. Moon. Alright, we finally have a decent camping spot for Black Ops 1. I did do this on Black Ops 3 and I'm not sure if it works on Black Ops 1, but it's gotta be in here where you keep this door closed again. If you stay in this spot right here, I found that the zombies will only spawn from the right and they will not come out of that door. But I only camped here for about 2 rounds, so I could definitely be wrong. But if the zombies overrun you over here, you can just run around and train. I mean, this is almost like a training spot. Some people might consider this as a training spot, but I'd like to consider it as a camping spot because you can just stay in this area and not have to move around if you don't want to. Alright, now we're getting to Black Ops 2 and we got Transit. I don't really know with this map. The thing is, I just didn't really feel like playing this map as much as I did. So I just got in here where the bank is if you don't open up Pack-a-Punch. I'm sure that about 90% of you can think of a better spot for Transit, but this is what I got. This is my favorite, just because I don't want to look for any other spots. Town, I think it's gotta be this spot near Quick Revive. I mean, I know that the zombies will come from a couple different directions, but at least you got an escape route, unlike some other spots, like the one where you don't open the door jug, where you can't even get jug then, and the one near Double Tap. Farm, oh geez, this is not great, alright? And if you want to think about camping, it's non-existent on farm. But if I had to say a favorite, I don't even know if I can say this is a camping spot that's even viable, I would just say up here with Double Tap. If you have friends, I have managed to get to about round 20, but on solo, and there's really nothing that's really viable. Maybe next to Jug, but still, I don't buy it. Bus Depot, this one is a little bit easier. There's this one spot back here, which I think Treyarch intended this to be a really good camping spot. But for some reason, the zombies will always veer way off to the left, which completely ruins your perfect line of aim. Alright, now Die Rise. Wait, oh no, sorry, Nuketown. I forgot Nuketown was a map. Now, I know some of these Black Ops 1 maps, camping is non-existent, but if you want to talk truly about non-existence, that is Nuketown. There is nowhere to camp on this map. You can try in the houses on the stairs. There's a barrier right to your left, and it's just not even worth it. I tried opening this door over here, but when the zombies come in, you have no time at all to kill the zombies. So I did a little bit of research, and I found that this spot might be the most viable spot, even though it's not very viable. When the zombies jump up here, they don't attack you immediately, which gives you some time to shoot them down, and they won't sneak up behind you. And if they overrun you, you can just jump off. So I guess this is my favorite spot on this map. Die Rise. Alright, now we're getting to a map that actually has good camping spots. If you're an MLG speedrunner, you probably camp here with this liquefier and just make it to really high rounds really fast. That's great. But my favorite one on this map has to be this escalator right here. If you shoot that liquefier as the zombies are coming up, they cannot reach you until the residue wears off. Because they'll be stuck at the bottom of the escalator, and at that point you can just kill the zombies right then and there. Mob of the Dead, there are some decent camping spots on this map. Let me just say first and foremost, the gondola could have been one of, if not the best camping spot of all time if it wasn't for this one spawn right here, right next to the gondola. If it wasn't for that, this could have been the best spot of all time. Because there's such a long range to which the zombies come from. But anyways, just because of that one spawn, I just can't handle that spot. There's two spots I kind of debated between. There's this one spot right here where the staircase is, but I just don't like shooting downstairs, so I'm giving the upper hand to this spot right here. Zombies will only come from one direction, so you really just need to aim your weapon in one place and just shoot your weapon, and that's it. When you first look at it, it doesn't seem like it's that good of a camping spot, but when you're actually here, it actually is a good camping spot, and my favorite. Maybe not the best though. Buried. Now we're getting to a map that has a ton of camping spots. One of the notable ones being this one right near Jug, which had such a long hallway. The only problem is that if you get trapped, you're dead unless you have the paralyzer, but even still, it can still be kind of difficult to get out of there, which is why my favorite spot on this map has to be up here in the saloon. I know it's not nearly as long of a hallway, but still they come from one direction, which is good. But if the zombies are overrunning you, you can come farther back into this corner and even jump out if you need to, so you can easily escape. Origins, with the ice staff, camping is pretty easy on this map, to say the least. Over here where you build the staffs is a great camping spot with the ice staff. It's a lot of fun if you have friends. But I'm going to say that my favorite one on this map has to be at Generator 3 if you are on this plank right here. The zombies will not spawn behind you if you're on this plank, and they'll only come from one direction. But unlike the staff area, if you get overrun for some reason, maybe there's a panzer, you have an easy escape route behind you. Alright, now we're on to Black Ops 3, and we got Shadows of Evil. And this was a tough one, okay? This spot in Waterfront is a good spot, but only if you have the Apothecary Servant and Alchemical Antithesis. Without those, this is really a hard spot to survive in. So I got this spot right here in the Footlight District. I don't think it's that great of a spot, but I have been able to make it decently far with friends over here, if you keep this door closed behind you. So basically, anywhere is a camping spot with the lightning bow. So this isn't just a matter of my favorite camping spot, this is more of a matter of where's my favorite place to stand on this map. But if I had to say, I'd say this one spot down where the rocket is, because the zombies spawn so fast over here. Zetsubo no Shima. So I would say that this is probably the best camping spot of all time. And this is a spot right down with the elevator after you complete the Zetsubo no Shima Easter egg. You just got such a long hallway with the zombies only coming from one direction. And if you get overrun for some reason, you can use the elevator to get back up and escape. It's just such a perfect camping spot. Gorod Krovi. The Ray Gun Mark 3 makes a lot of spots very viable on this map. I like this spot up here because there's only zombies coming from one direction and then one barrier to the left. But I gotta say my favorite spot is in here right near the shield because you got the shield right there, you have traps, and if you leave this door closed just like almost every camping spot on this list, then zombies will only come from one general direction. It makes it a lot easier to camp here. And finally, Revelations, and this is just like Dreisendroch, where it's more of a question of where's your favorite place to stand than your favorite place to camp. Hey, but if I'm doing this legitly, do it legitly. I gotta say this spot in the Varrock area right here because the zombies will only spawn from this barrier right beside you and from the stairs, and you got this trap, and they won't be coming from the left. So you only got 2 places to worry about the zombies coming from. So it's very, very OP. So I hope you enjoyed this list of my favorite camping spot on every map. Please, in the comment section below, tell me your list of camping spots that I either missed or ones that you like. I'd really like to know which ones you like. And subscribe to my YouTube channel if you want to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And subscribe to Claystar streams if you want to see a stream that you missed. And I guess turn on your notifications if you want to. And if I can get 235 likes and 5 dislikes, that will be well appreciated. So with that, I'll see you in the next video!